Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, you already know, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Thursday. Hopefully everybody was able to smoothly get through the work day. Hopefully your kids was able to get through the school day. And again, congratulations to the parents and the proud parents of graduating classes of 2024. You know, hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves again, and hopefully everybody will be getting ready as far as next weekend is concerned. Hood, don't come in here with that. I got something for you today, man. You ain't gonna smack nothing. Better go smack LeBron for losing that damn series. Matter of fact, here, take this with you. Come in here with that, man. Come in here with that. And you want to come in here for real? Hold on, I got you.
Now that's the look I wanted to see. Oh, come on.
Ugh, really?
Nah, what's going on, Hood? Cool Gamer, what's going on? Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Shout outs to Hammer Nation and also shout outs to my boy Keith for popping in. Definitely was a great topic. Definitely some points that were made. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. Susanna, baby. Tonight I'm reiterate on something that I was talking about a while back, and I think it really is time for you parents to really start paying attention, especially when it does come down to your kids and drug use. It's starting to become a slight rise in overdosing and deaths when it comes to these type of drugs again, and it sets out a bad notion. It sets out a bad notion because again, you want to try to keep your kids protected at all costs, especially from these deadly drugs. Now, some of the drug overdoses mostly have been linked to fentanyl. This is why I said you got to be careful of what you're doing, what your kids are doing. You got to definitely be in the right state of mind because, again, you can't just trust anybody. And it can be the simplest mistrust that puts you in the simplest position of, being down and out. Don't need that. Keith, what's going on, my guy? And it is sad because, again, these is young people that are losing their lives because of this quote unquote epidemic as far as drugs is concerned. Um, I've always felt that you have a life to live. You have a life to live. So, in that same token, you know, keep yourself, keep yourself preserved. James, what's going on, my guy? Serious, what's going on, baby? Yeah, I hear you, bro. Same here. Yo, come on, my guy. I niggas be dead ass, bro. You ain't sorry, nigga. You could have did that somewhere else, bro. And you still on camera anyway, making yourself look crazy. My bad, y'all. Like somebody doing something idiotic. Whole fucking bathroom up there, fool. My bad. This is another thing I'm gonna touch up on too. It ain't just my people, it's people in general. Stop being so idiotic. My bad, y'all. Back to the subject at hand. But you gotta make sure that your kids are definitely on the right track. And again, the drug use of those magnitudes, they cause. Like I've always said, the minute you feel like or you think your child could be, even if it's down to the simplest thing like marijuana, you need to investigate. Northwoods, what's going on? You're supposed to do that because let's look at the stories of parents who did lose their kids to that specific situation. Some of them never recouped or they never ever regained that happy spirit that they once had. Yeah, they might have moved on, but they still feel a type of way because there were signs that were being ignored. BMF, what's going on, my guy? You're never supposed to ignore any signals or any warnings when it comes to your children. And if you think of something like that, you got to stop it right then and there. When you think your kid could be under some form of influence, you need to really sit down and have a talk with them. See what, when, where, and why, because again, you want to be able to identify where it started from. You want to be able to identify how you want to work around the situation, how you want to get them the help. You also want to make sure that once they get the help proper and they get where they need to get as far as clean, they stay that way. B-Rob, what's going on? What's going on? I hear you, BMF. Shoot. Y'all lucky to be home. Y'all know I'm on the plantation. My body hurt. And my scalp hurt already. I'm going to definitely talk about that later because I'm going to say this again to all you fellas out there. Y'all got to start being more mindful and careful of what you do. Because I'm telling you might not care that there's cameras around. You might not care that some people are going to do it. But you need to start caring because it becomes a real problem again. It's certain areas where you got to go do what you got to do. Go do what you do over there. Or bring it into a public where still moving traffic, like I said, foot traffic and all of that. You look foolish. But this is what I'm saying. You gotta understand that part when it's your kids. You gotta be on go. Because now, what if it's prime example? Let's say it was not marijuana. Let's say you find out your kid is on something heavier. What do you do as a parent? Do you really sit there and get your child help, or do you allow them to keep destroying themselves? There's small situations where the parents really don't care. So if the kids are strung out, they strung out. Like I said, just imagine coming from a household where almost everybody in your family in some way or form strung out on some form of heavy drug. Everything from cocaine to pills. Like you got to look at that. That's something serious right there. No child should be worrying about sniffing nothing in their nose, shooting up their arms, or doing anything along those lines. Like I said, there's some ones out here right now roaming these streets, out here on that cracking on that damn whatever else they smoking heavy, to a point where they starting to lean like old people would when they carrying a walker. And that's not good for anybody that's young anyway. Nah, it's a whole fact, Keith. I'm gonna enjoy tomorrow night off though. I gotta put up with no idiotic shit. Shit, it rained on their asses. My bad. I just hate idiotic stuff. Like, I granted sometimes nature calls, but at least make sure there's nobody present or around before you do anything you're gonna do. It's just common sense. You think I'm gonna whip something out knowing that I got people coming up and down the block? I would be foolish. I don't care how much I'm trying to be in the cut. It's obvious we know what you're doing, fool. No doubt, BMF, you already. But you gotta have that strong love. That's why I said like last night, you gotta have a form and a bond with your kids, even down to communication. Because that's just like if your kid is under some form of peer pressure, you will at least want your child to come to you and speak to you about it, without you going off the deep end. But you also got to make sure that your children are not holding stuff for other people neither. Like, even if your child isn't doing nothing, that right there will put a thought in your mind because that's just like you doing your normal thing, routine, doing the laundry and stuff, find something in your kids' pockets. You're not sure if it's theirs or if it's somebody else's. You got to definitely make sure that it's not theirs first before anything. Don't jump the gun. and don't get all irate and crazy. Because that right there will not so much as just scare them to a degree, but that'll make them even feel like they can't trust you or they really can't talk to you about nothing. You got to be able to keep that communication line open and solid no matter what. And again, you got to learn to listen and hear what's being said. You know, your child is crying out for some form of help. You, as a parent, is supposed to make sure you do that. You know, hold on one second. But you got to realize that part right there again. You know, the more you sit back and allow your children to fall under the pressures of these type of drugs, it'll be hard to get them back. That's just like if your kids in certain areas, the kids are messing with the meth crazy. The meth and the fentanyl, and on the same token, you taking a risk with your life. Now again, we have overdoses that are starting to rise again, and they're young people. They being exposed to that type of drug. And again, that type of drug really should have been X'd out by now. There's no way you're gonna tell me there's still a big problem when it comes to that. You know, it's almost essentially like you're trying to just kill people off left and right, in my opinion. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working harder than these damn people on my nerves, baby. But yeah, you gotta realize that. There's nothing wrong with again trying to get your child help when you know they desperately need it. And it doesn't make you less of a human being because your child might have to go through some form of a program to get clean. That just shows how much love and determination and dedication you have as a parent. And especially if your child is trying to get that form of help, let them get the help they need. Never overlook the most important things, again, when it comes down to your family. And then to be honest with you, you're going to have some people that you're going to be able to help. Some people you might not be able to help. The ones you can't really help, they got to want to help themselves too, on top of that. So, it's a clear balance when it's all said and done. But you definitely got to make sure that, they understand the importance of trying to get that help. Because again, some of those drugs will break you down. Prolonged use of it or just exposure of it, it will definitely break you down. Who want to be out of shape or looking and feeling out of shape when you young as all hell? That would be essentially like the movie New Jack City. You see how Pookie was trying to rehab and it looked like it wasn't going to be no process. He was slow running and everything else out of breath. We want to be like that. And then again, you don't know what some of these drugs and the effects really do to you. Some of them drugs will definitely have you tripping out. Hallucinations, you might hear things. Again, paranoia. That's the worst form to have is paranoia. And some of them drugs will bring that, especially if you're using it heavy. If you sniffing cocaine, guess what? You're going to be one paranoid summer, or you're going to be one restless soul. Some of them drugs, you're not going to be going to sleep. Trust me, you will be up. So again, when you see and spot certain things, hey, get it done. Make sure your kids is right. Liz, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in the like button. But yeah, that's the worst thing when you not paying attention. That's just like if you, prime example, you pay attention to certain features on your kids or you pay attention to certain things with them, just as overall body language and stuff like that. That's just like if you see your kids is starting to get marks on their arms out of nowhere and for a fact, they ain't doing nothing that shit. You got to investigate. You got to investigate. start seeing that your child is coming in looking all, under the influence, intoxicated, anything, you need to sit down and have a talk with them. Make sure that your kids got friends that are not out there doing the adult things they shouldn't be doing. Make sure that the kids' friends is not drinking or doing any form of hard drugs, because that's how it starts. The simplest peer pressure. That's good, BMF. Trust me, it's been a bunch of different technical issues going on today. I seen they said something about a heavy volume of traffic and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's always something, but it is what it is, bro. You know what it is. But yeah, that would be like your kid coming in the house right now smelling like straight alcohol. What you gonna do as a parent? Are you gonna take the strong approach about it and a reasonable approach about it? Or are you just gonna go on the tirade? See, again, it's not about what you say to your kids, but it's how you say things to your kids too, to get them to understand and learn that you're doing what you're doing for them to protect them. So again, you got to go the distance. Another thing you got to be mindful for is making sure that your kids is not out there pumping no type of drugs or anything. Even in the school, you got to make sure your kid is not doing anything that would be classified as criminal activity, basically. Yeah, James, I don't know, because it been little tweak issues today to a degree I see. But hey, I appreciate all y'all that be sharing me out. I know who actually share me out, and I appreciate every last one of y'all, even those in the bushes right now. I can tell there's a couple in the bushes that just shared me out. Again, it's just logical reason. Again, we need to sit down and definitely discuss who, what, where, when, and why. Who were you with when you started doing what you're doing? And you break everything down. Like I said, break it down to simple terms. But again, you got to have communication in the household. That's why I said when you have lack of communication, you don't know what the hell really going on with your kids. You might assume you know what's going on, but until you actually do your own investigative research, you're just going to be left in the dust. Again, your children should be able to have that form and bond and love with you the way they can come to you and talk to you, even if they are going through some form of, drug use or drug, abuse. But again, make sure that your kids are not in the wrong type of crowds. If your children are supposed to be going to certain events and you're allowing them to go with friends, make sure those are the type of friends you can trust. Because look at some of the situations that we've had of the young people who have lost their lives, because of friends abandoning them, friends leaving them. Like I said, you never leave your friends on stuff, and if they're your true friends, you do everything possible to make sure that they good. You don't leave them in a dire situation. You also got to make sure that not just that they are going, not so much as just making sure that they off the drugs too, but you got to just pay attention to every little detail of everything that's going on. They might have some friends that they think or deem that they good friends, but if those good friends get you into a tight spot or a situation where it could get critical and they leave you on stuck, those are not the type of friends you would want to be around after everything is said and done. That's just like if it's a situation where a fight might occur, you got to make sure that those friends are going to help you out, especially if it's just something that could be random. You don't want to be, enjoying yourself, having a good time, and then you get accosted by some people. You want to make sure that the friends you keep around you are going to be on go just in case of anything, and make sure that even in the event if it feels like it's getting a little, overheated with things, then they get the proper help they got to get. I think that's a common problem again when you are not sitting there doing the necessary routines and steps. Those are going to be critical for you. You don't want your kid being wrapped up, prime example, in the system because of them stealing or robbing or doing anything along those lines just to get their fixes. And trust me, there are a bunch of them right now that are probably running around committing crimes as we speak, trying to find those things to boost and all of that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, again, you don't want your kids being wrapped up in the wrong type of scenarios. The most important thing, again, to remember is you guard them with every ounce of your blood and your spirit. Now, again, you don't want your kids being wrapped up because they decide to go do something that they didn't necessarily have to do. But the minute they do commit certain situations that shouldn't be committed, again, you as a parent, you got to learn to hold them accountable and hold them responsible. Now, you ain't raising your kid to do certain things, but if they decide they still want to move the opposite way, then you as a parent are going to have to lay the law down and do what's necessary. So, you got to really think about that. Um, when it comes to just overall guarding your offspring, that's the one thing you should focus on is making sure they're not being peer pressured into any form of drug activity that could set them back. Romney, what's going on? Think I remember your channel. Think I remember your channel. I'm good, but I feel like there will be no spamming in here. So I'm good though. I'm good. But you got to remember that part. That right there could be costly. And sometimes all it takes is one, and I mean just one time, to decide to dib and dab into something you ain't do before. That could be your last breath. You got to remember that part. There's no reason. Look here, no spamming in here. You about to get the boot. I just turned back and looked at the chat. Mm-hmm. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know, but I'm gonna let y'all do whatever just in case. I'm not worried about it though, because it's a sad notion again that these deaths are being caused by the same drugs they supposed to be fighting to keep out the country, right? But let's keep it real. This is big America, right? Meth, yeah, those are definitely things you don't want your kids being around because even that prolonged use of that, you'll start having the sinking face, you losing all that body mass, losing weight too fast. Your bones could be breaking. You know, and in the same token, that's not the way you should be living your life. That's not the way you should be trying to get to a higher plane. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. We did have one person in here. We did have one in here. So, and for that person that was coming in here, guess what?
Happy
I got something for
birthday!
you.
Here's all those sex toys you ordered. Happy
There you
birthday!
go.
Here's all those sex toys you ordered.
Up out of here. And that's the sad part about it, though. Again, this right here is a prime example of a drug fiend that won't get the help they need. So I'm gonna help them every time I put up a new troll drop. But no, again, for you parents out there, again, you don't want your kids caught up on that, man. They too young for that. And then you don't want your kids looking older before their time. There's a reason why you have to be careful and be mindful of which drugs you're actually putting in your body. Because again, some of it will definitely speed up the process. I don't need that. But you definitely want to make sure that you are definitely getting them the help needed. Like I'm gonna give this fool the help that he need right now. Because apparently that's all you love to do is talk about your cop. But again, pause, my guy. Don't come in here with that. Oh, wait a minute, troll drop.
Hello.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but see, that's the thing you don't want neither. Because the drugs definitely affect your mind in the worst way. Obviously, the drugs affected the mind of this person that loves to come in here every day and troll and talk about his ball cocks. So this is a prime example of why you got to make sure your kids ain't doing things along those lines. Drugs can affect you in multiple ways. In some instances, it can even mess up your performance. You got to do your research. Prime example, if your kids even if your kids is in sports, prime example, you gotta make sure they're not abusing any type of juice, any type of steroids or anything, because again, that right there will start to break on your kids. Yeah, they supposed to help you build up body mass and muscle, but in the same token, it can leave you emotionally and physically drained at certain points. You'll get highly volatile and emotional and even violent. We've seen this happen. So again, you got to make sure that this is not the type of situation that they're in. But all in all, though, when any form of drug is around or could be around your kids or the peer pressures that's there, again, make sure everything is everything. I see y'all in here laughing. Hold on. Nah, you good, Keith. You already know what it is, bro. I don't care who share me out. I don't care what troll come in here. They're going to get themselves burned tonight. I got time. I got enough time. But that's what you got to do. Make time with your children. That's why I said it's important to at least get something established. Have some family outings. Certain days, y'all sit back, throw away devices, have family nights. Sit down and actually have discussions. Talk and see what's going on with each other. You know, you never know what your kids are really going through if you ain't sitting down and having those talks with them. Even the most uncomfortable ones, you're going to have one with them. But, you know, it's sad, though. You know, when you lack any form of time with your kids, you miss out on a lot of key and critical moments. Again, you know, you don't know what kind of friends your children are hanging with or what kind of people they might come across. Because even if they do have good friends, that don't mean they still ain't going to have some form of peer pressure. They are out and about in the world. They are trying to create their own niche in life and be their own personal individuals. But again, the peer pressure shouldn't be put on them that young either. And peer pressure of all kinds, you know. You know, that's again key element of communication. This way you're able to break down what's necessary and you're able to do what's necessary. But all in all, though, I feel bad for anybody who has been or might have lost people to those forms of overdose. You know, and overdoses could come from the hardest of drugs. Like I said, heroin, shooting needle in your arms. Keep trying to find a vein or you keep trying to shoot to where you could get that inebriation. But then guess what? What happens if you done basically burnt out all your veins? Now where do you start sticking yourself? I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying I've watched certain documentaries and even movies where it's like this is what people was really doing to get their fix, even when it came to that. If it's to a point where you got to shoot something between your toes, I think that's a point where you should just really quit and go get you some form of help. You know, and it shouldn't be a lost art. And it seems it has been a lost art as far as communication is concerned. It's a lost art. Y'all form of communication is this Gen Z form of communication. Everything has to be text, social media, all of that. No. How about actually sitting down face to face and having a real discussion about things? Find out where you find out where you're lacking at in certain areas, how you can improve on certain areas. But again, you got to be communicative in that same instance. How do I expect my child to do good if I'm not trying to teach them the simple instructions and I'm not trying to give them the proper lessons that they need? Especially, again, you're going to be out in the world. I'm not going to be able to always be around you 24/7. I can't hold your hand on certain things. But in the same token, I got to make sure that while you out there that you safe. So I need to make sure that you have everything needed as far as awareness, education, and all. Supposed to do that. You definitely don't want sorry, but for some of you, even you new parents, you don't want them coming out like these trolls that come in here every other day. You don't want them to be mindless, stupid perverts. So sorry. So sorry. You definitely don't want them to just act like they don't have common sense. You don't want them to be out here missing out on life when they should be going to actually be a part of life. And again, it doesn't make you less of a parent if you are getting your kids help. That makes you even a greater parent. That really shows that you love your kid and you will go to the depths of earth if you had to, just to make sure that they straight. There's nothing wrong with that. There have been so many lost lives just because of that. Miscommunication, not peeping the signs when you were supposed to peep the signs. And then again, you have some parents who, like I said, just don't care. Because if they already out and about doing what they're doing, they ain't not worried about their kids, which is the saddest part, man. Hey, Angela, what's going on, baby? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, 1 second. Oh, I can't play that one, but I'm going to play this one.
I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle!
I felt good about that
I
one.
turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle!
Oh, man. Nah, but that's the realest thing about it, though. When you go and you do what's necessary, and again, you go the extra lengths that you need to, you show how much of, love and spirit and dedication that you show to your kids. See, again, main thing when it comes to your offspring, they're going to need that nurturing spirit. They're going to also need that discipline at times. And again, it got to be a fair balance. It got to always remain a fair balance. But that's the worst thing again, is overlooking something that shouldn't be overlooked. Again, when you feel like you're going through that, you got to uplift them too. If they are having problems of abuse and they coming to you for the help, again, be open-minded and reasonable. Because the more you either try to bash them or try to criticize them or even chastise them, it's going to make them feel worse. It's going to make them draw back from you even more. And again, you don't want that. It'd be the simplest thing sometimes that could break a bond between a child and a parent or both parents. So again, if you are with your significant other, you have to stand together as a united front. Co-parenting, the same thing. You still got to stand together as a united front, because again, it's about making sure that your offspring are getting through life the way they're supposed to get through life. Let them get the right form of education, right form of growth. But again, you got to solidly make a promise to yourself too, because there's some of you that you have your borns, you have your newborns, and want to make them all the promises in the world. But you better make sure that you keeping the most important promises. One of the most important promises you should maintain and keep is keeping your kids under wraps. Now again, when they living under your roof, you are supposed to be the disciplinarian. You are also supposed to be the open-hearted, the open-minded. And you gotta have an open ear to things. And sometimes you gotta keep your ears and your eyes tuned into the streets and glued to the streets, especially when your kids are roaming. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, 3, 4 in the morning when your kid should really be in the bed, sleep, or somewhat about to be up in the next hour or so for school, you out and about, you know, getting into all sorts and all forms of trouble. Even trouble that again could lead you to early cemetery. Why do that? Again, you got to make sure your kids is definitely where they need to be. There was a reason why they always had that commercial about it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Because at 10 p.m., no children should really be outside. Like, I'm sorry, especially during the school year. Keyword children. You under the age of 21, you are still considered a child. I don't care if you are 18, you might be considered a young adult, but you are still technically a child. Certain things you still ain't going to be able to do when you turn 18. And the way they keep changing certain things anyway is a clear example that, again, need to be on point. You know, you're going to go through your phases and your stages in life. Even as parents, you might go through your phases and your stages. But again, y'all got to make sure y'all keep everything tight knit and close. It won't work if this is what's going to happen. You know, again, you're supposed to make sure not that you just setting boundaries, but you also make sure that you are setting the right type of examples where you need to. Not saying you can't live your life, yeah, because if you are doing what you're doing as a parent, hey, that's what you do. But again, it's about what you do in front of your kids that, you know, that's going to be the problem. You know, you want to make sure that your kids are not around you, even if you are getting into recreational things, because you don't want them in that. You know, again, you don't want them to be a follower. You want them to be a leader. And how can they expect to be any type of leader, or how do they expect anything when you're supposed to be the leader of the household and you're not doing what's necessary? Key thing you got to think about, though. You know, again, when it comes to addiction, you got to beat the odds. You got to beat that. Shoot, I would even give courage to those who might be on some form of heavy drugs and actually need the help. Again, you got to want to build yourself, and you got to want to get yourself in the right order. Now, see, there's some people who lose their kids, prime example, to the system just because of that. You're choosing a drug over your child. And I went through this a while back. There should be no drug on this earth that you decide to choose over your children. No drug. Now, again, there's a difference if you was struggling with addiction and now you trying to get it together for the namesake and for the sake of your kids. Then you got to make sure you keep yourself strong at all costs. I'm speaking to those parents who need to hear it. If you are struggling with some form of addiction or you've been struggling, you got the opportunity to still make things right, not just within yourself, but within your family if you have one. You do not want to bear that brunt of not being in your children's lives because of drugs. Because then when they do get a certain age, they still gonna have questions they gonna ask. And those questions can hit deep. There's something that y'all need to think about though. Again, keeping communication lines and barriers open when you need to. See, there's things that when I speak about it, I'm not minimizing it. I'm not getting rid of it, and I'm not saying nothing I feel I shouldn't say it. I'm keeping it real though. I can understand why some people have the addictions because they already are broken spirited. Some people are addicts because they've been with the wrong people, smoking, drinking, or something got spiked, and then from there they ain't been the same. Man, kiss my whole balls, bitch, and get the fuck up out of here. Your mama's a chump for having a chump. How about that one, bitch? Like I said, that link is in the chat, ho. You not like us. You not like us. Fuck out of here. And who still says chump in 2024? Bitch, get your fucking vocabulary right. Apologies, y'all. Get rid of these simple ass niggas. You must love the content, bitch. And stop looking at my shorts, nigga. Before I show your mama my shorts, nigga. About that one. And while you was sitting in the fucking attic, here, take this real quick. Up out of here with that corny shit. Like I said, instead of being a punk and a coward, come say what's on your mind. And I told you, you gotta pay me to troll here. You pay that money. Come on, son. That's what I be talking about with low vibrational punk ass niggas. You got time for that, man. Come on, man. Tanya, what's going on, baby? I don't be paying these simple niggas no mind. I actually enjoy it. Because again, it goes right back to what I said. A proof of people being too obsessed and too involved with everybody else's shit. You got a problem with my shorts, but you still watching them. I be talking about. Ain't that creepish behavior? I'm gonna find out if I can file a damn fucking restraining order against your ass when I find out who the hell you are. I'm gonna file a restraining order. I feel disrespected and harassed. Hell up out of here. Oh wait, my fault. I was supposed to play this real quick. Now I feel a little better. But you gotta realize that. The worst thing you could ever do again is choose a drug or choose anything else over your children and your family. You're breaking up a bond. You're breaking up a strong structure. I've seen some parents who are battling addictions, but they still raise their kids. And their kids never really knew what they was into or how they was doing what they was doing. But it didn't matter because, again, it was about shielding them from the things they didn't need to see and the things that they didn't need to be a part of. And in certain instances, they probably had family members that would come scoop them up for a little bit, especially when there was stuff like that going on. Because, again, no children should be... I'm sorry. They should not be subjected to anything that could possibly cause some form of addiction or some form of early downfall. It's not necessary. I'm sorry, but at some point, you got to start being more aware of your decisions. Now, again, you need the help, go get the help. But if you and your significant other are struggling together, y'all need to be together and build each other and try to help each other get the help possible. I've seen some situations where people was out here on these streets hard on the drugs. But because they got kids and because they have families that actually love and care for them, when they woke up to realization, they went and got themselves clean. They went and got themselves clean. And then guess what? Guess how they stayed clean after they got home? They had to do a change of scenery. You can't come home from a rehab and be around a bunch of people who are still using and abusing, because that will make you relapse. I know because I've seen this from my own experience and my own eyes. Some of these fiends that was out here well before I got into adulthood and changed their lives up. Yeah. And even if they didn't move out the area, they just moved away from the people that was still into the same things. Didi, what's going on, baby? And that's a good thing. Look, you know, not everybody's perfect. Some people are going to make mistakes. Some people are definitely going to take the wrong route when it comes to what they do as far as recreation. But in the same token, when you know it's starting to become too much to bear with, you got to go get that help and really be adamant and determined on maintaining that help. But also remember that when it comes to certain situations, even when it comes to that, you're not battling that thing alone. If you actually have people that love you and care for you and got your back to the fullest, they're going to be riding and supporting you. They're going to want you to do better. They're going to want you to be better. So remember that you're not fighting that battle alone. You can't take a brunt and a bear of all of that burden. Just like I said before, the worst thing is not getting help. I know some of y'all might have broken spirits for different reasons, and that's probably a reason why some of y'all went down that road of drug abuse. There's some of you who experiment. You better make sure you're not experimenting with the wrong type of drugs and experimenting with the wrong type of people. Like I said, you don't want to be one of those casualties of an overdose. Some people overdose, but they be lucky to survive. And for some people, it only took one overdose for them to get the picture that I gotta get myself better. I gotta get myself away from the things that are breaking me down and killing me. You know, and again, it's all a mind. It's all a mind over matter type of thing. You gotta remember this though. You have time to correct critical errors in your life. You also have time to build yourself in a better notion and a better standard. You gotta want to do it though. Now again, you say you need help. Go get the help. And actually make sure that you maintain that strong standard of getting help. Maintain it. You got to keep reminding yourself you're stronger than the drug that you're abusing right now. You're stronger than anything that's put against you. It's been cool. It's been cool, BMF. Minus the little Little knucklehead, no ball having trolls, but it been good. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta find this real quick. Real quick. Oh yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it. Wait a minute.
And a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight and no one there that you can kiss good night.
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, I told y'all everything was getting messed up. I just didn't say what was getting messed up. Oh man. Oh man. But again, you gotta love yourself more than anything. And again, when you got kids, you gotta love yourself even more, just like you gotta love them equal. You gotta definitely give them the necessary tools and steps. Show them that it's okay to fail. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. And it doesn't make you less than if you are having certain situations and you ask for the help. It doesn't make you less than. We human. There's things that we are not going to be able to conquer on our own. And the things you can't conquer on your own, that's why you keep a good support system. There's some people who have fallen to drug abuse, overdosing, or done had multiple times when they could have been out of it. And I've always believed that's just the divine intervention sometimes. Because if you was near death twice and you still survived, that's obviously saying you still got time here. You still got a chance to make something happen. You still got a chance to make your life more prosperous. But the minute you start disbelieving yourself, the minute you really just quit on yourself all in all, that's when everything will go downhill in full speed. Again, no matter what the circumstance, what difficulties, what's being presented to you, the one thing you never do is quit on yourself. And that's how you got to do it. That's exactly how you need to do it. Show them that as long as they keep a strong mind, a focused spirit, guess what? They'll be okay. If they don't succumb to the peer pressures, that's something good. Again, kids are going to be kids. They need to be kids. When they get a certain age, like I said, they might start making their own decisions. They're going to make their own decisions. But again, they would have to be adults and on their own. But while they're under your roof, you need to try to show them the best you can show them. Teach them what you can teach them and reach them where you can reach them. And again, communication should always be open no matter what. Take into consideration that if you was a victim of abuse, especially the serious of all drugs, and you had a mishap, an overdose, and you happen to have survived, Take into consideration that maybe it's time for you to stop doing what you're doing before the next time be your last time. And for some of y'all that need to hear it, don't get into anything that you don't need to get into. Because guess what? That first time of you experimenting could be your last time experimenting. And that's not the way you want to go out. You want to try to live life as long as you can possibly live life. And the main thing you can do is try to keep your health in order. But when you start abusing drugs like meth and coke, that's not helping you. That's actually destroying your health. And it's true, it's destroying your damn health. You know, again, there's some people who have stories that they could tell you, and it's not far off. They done been through, being out on the streets, not having a dime in their pocket, having to scramble to get a fix, probably rolling with people who they think they know could get a fix. That's not the way you want to live. Definitely not the way you should see yourself living. Like I said the other time before, I know someone's right now that's just in their early 20s or if anything mid 20s, and they out here hard on it. Like, and for a couple of them, I don't see them getting any form of help. I don't actually see them, you know, getting that necessary step into some form of rehab. The other ones, they might actually go get the help. But I think with them, like most people, they gonna wait until it's almost too late, and then they gonna want to go get help. But again, it's sad when you got young spirits out here that's not even in their mid 20s to 30s already jumping out. This is a problem again that's going to be an ongoing problem, especially in the world that we see it. Because as long as those type of drugs are still being manufactured and kicked around, and as long as you got people who are promoting it to these people, that's going to still be a problem. Like we was talking about yesterday, how some of these areas they buying up properties, but then they buying up these properties to keep building the same things that we don't need. Like I said, how many smoke shops do we need? James Money, what's going on? Like, how many more smoke shops do we need? And honestly, like we were saying last night, a lot of them smoke shops, they are going to get closed down. Why? Because again, if they not licensed by the government to do so, they can't do that. And honestly, like I said, that right there is going to be a problem for a lot of these areas because guess what? We already know what it is. When it comes to some of these shops, they're not just promoting to adults, they promoting the teens. And guess who always comes in the stores anyway? If you got a smoke shop that got nothing but candy and goods and stuff in there, of course the kids going to come in there. That's all I said. The things that we lack, we need to start bringing back. Like I said, I'm honestly feeling this is just in the city too. Don't need a million smoke shops out here. The things that you know you're going to need in your communities, y'all need to fight to get that. That's why I said it's important for the ones who actually need to hear it that are being involved with certain activities. Um, really start voicing your opinions. Again, you want all these smoke shops out here. We already got enough fast food as it is, restaurants. We got things that we honestly don't need because we got enough of in the city. But now you trying to flood it with just smoke shop after smoke shop after smoke shop, and guess what? All them smoke shops ain't going past the bar. And every time y'all do get one open, 9 out of 10, if you done something, especially you selling to a minor, you gonna get shut down. When you get shut down, can't complain. Like that story about the dude, he sat there and enticed the cop. Oh, you can't shut me down. This, down, and third. The next day, his ass was shut down. Yeah, because you can't be selling things to minors or trying to even entice them into things. Prime example, if you have a team that's coming into your smoke shop, you ain't supposed to even be thinking to sell them anything. No tobacco, no nothing. If they coming in there for snacks and stuff like that, I bet. Anything else that's supposed to be for adults, leave it for adults. Lady Shay, what's going on, baby? Juice, what's going on, baby? Y'all already know if y'all just told that the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. The one that got me, baby. But you got to remember that part though. Just because you think we should have a whole bunch of those establishments, that don't necessarily mean we need them. There's communities right now that probably don't have the simplest thing like a hardware store, fish market, things along those lines. Instead of building smoke shops and building restaurants or chain restaurants, build the stuff that's necessary. Again, it's about trying to build and bring opportunity. Sherry, what's going on, baby? And again, a lot of these smoke shops, especially out in the city, they ain't gonna last. And if they do, guess what? They ain't gonna be able to do what they think they're doing now. Like I said, if you are not licensed, if you don't got your proper permits, you ain't gonna be able to do what you think you're gonna do. And again, I've always felt like this anyway. Stop promoting stuff to these youngins. You promote too much to these youngins. Too much. And that's why I say when it comes to certain things, it's important that parents actually do what's necessary. Be on board with your kids. Like I said, prime example. It does start off with just the smallest thing. Now, again, you not paying attention on being wise with your kids. Your kid could probably be out with friends getting high, smoking weed. If they ain't smoking weed, they probably drinking. If they ain't drinking, they could possibly either be pill popping or something worse. If they ain't doing that, they could be out here trying to be adults before their time. This is why, again, you have to be visual when it comes to your kids. You got to definitely make sure that you keep that communication barrier regardless. Again, sometimes your kids might fall to peer pressure. But if they happen to fall to it, again, you as parents, you got to do and take the right necessary steps. Again, can't scream and yell as much as you want to. You still got to have some form of patience. You still got to keep your dignity regardless, too. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to certain things that not supposed to be promoted for kids, stop promoting it to them. You're doing yourself a disservice when you do so. You wouldn't want nobody pitching nothing to your kids. So how do you feel comfortable as a shop owner or anything pushing things on kids you shouldn't be pushing on? I wouldn't care if it was 20 kids that came in there and they all still look under the age. They are not going to be asking, yo, let me get a backwood. Let me get a roll up. Let me get this. Let me get some Newports. No, you ain't doing that. Go home. And see, the reason why I believe some of them smoke shops are going to pass the test of time and they still might be the ones that survive is because they going by their own codes to a degree. And their code is this is only for adults, not no kids. I went in one store and laughed because I already had a feeling they was going to get shut down. And they got shut down. Like, they got shut down, but got shut down for some BS. Again, you over here promoting to minors. And then you promoted to undercover, so that made it even worse. You didn't ask for ID, none of that. You just sold them what you sold them and then thought everything was going to be cool. And sure enough, they came right around and shut that whole thing down. Now, that smoke shop, they never opened back up after that. So I'm assuming they had already had priors when it came to that. So again, you ain't trying to get your establishments and your businesses shut down for doing the utmost. Again, you better make sure you ain't promoting to nobody under the age of 21. That'd be like a child or a teen trying to come in the store and purchase a bid. You ain't supposed to be selling them no damn bid. And even that is how your kids could be peer pressured in life. Because when they go in some of these stores don't be giving a damn. As long as they getting the damn dollar, they don't care who they sell to. They don't care what the consequences is. In certain instances, Juice, the effects of vaping, it can fuck with your breathing. I forgot. I think they was recalling one of those vape cigarettes because of that. It's not. I thought it was the weed pen at first, but it's not. It was recalling. I think it was that juice. I forgot what it's called, but they was recalling that because these young ones is vaping, and then they having breathing issues, complications. I believe one of them young ones, was in the hospital for that. Complications from breathing and everything else. Now, if it's the cigarette vapes, those definitely are going to harm you. The weed vapes, I'm not too sure about. But even still, those are the type of things that shouldn't be promoted to young ones. And again, you don't know what the effects could be from any other thing they could be dibbing and dabbing in. So you better do your research as parents. Because again, you don't want your child being in an early grave because you wasn't paying attention to what you need to pay attention to. Something popcorn, but I haven't looked into it yet. Yeah, because this is what I'm saying. Just think about it. Your kids is under the age of 21. Their bodies is still developing and growing as we speak. So if they are putting the wrong type of chemicals or the wrong type of agents in their body, it can start messing them up. And you gotta look. Now we've seen some comedy skits and videos where people were saying how people be acting when they vapes is missing. I believe that. Because this is my thing. And vaping, at least on that level, when it comes to the nicotine, is just the equivalent of smoking a cigarette. You're abusing it more than you should be abusing it, which is a problem. Just think about it. your 16-year-old or your 15-year-old laying in the hospital because they having severe breathing complications from vaping, non-stop vaping in the morning, afternoon, evening. Like, come on, you gotta give your lungs some time to breathe. And seeing when you vaping with those e-cigarettes and stuff like that, that's equivalent of chain smoking the actual cigarette. So you're doing more damage the more you keep inhaling, the more you keep pulling. Like, you gotta take care of yourself. Even down to some of these adults. Some of these adults is having problems too because again, you vaping. You don't smoke cigarettes, but you vaping something that's like a cigarette. So you're killing yourself basically. And again, do your research. Because I don't know if all vapes are harmful. There might be some vapes that ain't harmful. Like some of them weed vapes ain't harmful. And I'm not promoting nothing, but I'm saying it in general. You got to be careful of, again, what it is exactly you putting in your body. Yeah, and that's the thing too, Keith. You right on that too. There's certain vapes that can explode, especially if you get a faulty one. A faulty or damaged one, guess what? You'll mess yourself up. Again, you gotta be careful in what you promote. And if you're gonna be promoting things, again, they should be promoted for adults if that's what it's for. It shouldn't be promoted to people under the age of 18 or 21. Nah, I know Juice. I know that part. But like I said, but you can still mess around and catch one of them faulty ones. And you would have to be careful still. But no, you just, again, there's things that should never be promoted to children. Drugs is definitely one of them. Because again, they should want to live an active life. Nah, no, Juice, you good. Don't worry about nothing. You know that. But but it's the truth. Like even when it comes down to certain things, you got to be wary because again, you get some form of a faulty item, and you could be experiencing or suffering some BS behind it. So again, do your research. Parents, you have to really start doing your due diligence out here as parents. Again. My full C-74 locked down, son. But that's the most important thing, though. Again, trying to keep yourself balanced. And again, as parents, you don't want your children out there being young and trying to be adults before their time. So when they start getting a certain age, you have to sit down and start having these talks with them. Even down to the most uncomfortable talks, you're going to have to sit down and have them with your children. Because that's, again, how you keep the communication lines open at all costs. Yeah, that's a fact because some of these products, like prime example, some of these products they try to sell even to adults could have some form of side effects. And again, that's taking a risk with you. Like I was saying a while back about like with the women and those BBLs and stuff like that. You just going to anybody to get some form of work done on you, you are taking a risk with your body. Your body will never be the same, especially because you've been trying to alter yourself to be something that you didn't necessarily have to be. You have to be confident within yourself. Um, and I would say that in all levels. Be confident in who you are as a person. If you don't dibble and dabble in drugs, keep moving that way. You keep yourself where you need to keep yourself. And again, you have to be mindful and careful. Again, when you are sitting there and altering yourself and basically destroying your body, what you going to get in the long run? See, again, as parents, we see and we know what peer pressure is of all kinds, even from society. This is why you have to make sure that your children are definitely on point when it comes to what's going on in society. So again, as parents, you got to be strong. You got to also be wise and remember to teach what's needed. Give them the skills and the importance to try to live a good life. Again, you ain't got to be all. Look, as long as you making sure you keeping yourself above ground and keeping yourself outside of that damn legal system, you basically living life accordingly. As long as you ain't out here putting nothing in your body that could possibly kill you, you're living accordingly, doing what's necessary. How they say it, buyer beware. That's what you need to be aware of when you're buying things. Because even when they are trying to sell you products, right? Some of these products be knockoffs. You gotta know and do your diligent research. That's like somebody selling you a fake Coach bag. Mostly everybody that know what fake Coach bags look like, you're gonna know if the ripper say, nah, I don't want this. But if you're unsure that it could be fake, you still need to take your time. It's the same thing with these drugs, prime example. Some of these drugs are not artificial drugs. They're not authentic drugs. So again, you taking a risk. What you think supposed to be something that's helping you could be killing you. So again, buyer beware on everything. It's just the mindset that you should have. Again, your children are important regardless to what. You want your kids to have a bright, successful future. Keep them away from the things that could destroy their futures before they fully even get developed. Again, your kids might be abusing or have signs that they could be abusing. Go get them the help. Sit down and have a talk with them, and then go get them the proper help. And that's what most of these parents would try to tell you. At least the ones who have, again, had tragedies in the family because of that. Again, you never know what is going through somebody's mind. You never know what they could be experiencing. But if you don't sit down and have a formal discussion, that right there will be the downfall of all downfalls. Hammer, what's going on, baby? And it will be a downfall. If you miss the key message, oh yeah, it's lights out. Oh wait, for all the birthday people, brief intermission.
Dear friend, I know it's your birthday today, but keep yourself under control. Don't drink all the alcohol in town or the news will be like this tomorrow.
Happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating this week and this weekend. Yeah, another year around the sun and many more blessings. But it's important again. It's important to know what's going on out in the society that you live in. And if you don't want your kids to be victims of any form of abuse, any form of anything dastardly that could mess them up, better keep your eyes and your ears glued and tuned in. Like I said, the minute you miss a major key in a major picture, you won't miss a lot. We'll drop the link again in case anybody want to chime in on that. But again, parents, it's time for you to start making the necessary changes and steps. And the steps should be clear, as simple as possible. If I want my kid to succeed and be something greater, if I want my kid not to be out here, strung out, I got to make sure they getting the proper necessary care and help that they need. The minute you decide to disengage from that, your kids are going down the wrong path. And it's not going to be a good look neither. Hold on, Hammer. Hold on.
Hey Nate, what's up, man?
Nothing much.
Yeah, you gonna? I had to go up fast because I told you my story how my father locked me in the fridge and everything. So yeah, I've had to deal with that over the years. My grandmother gave me the switch. I still got the scars to prove that, man. But
Mm.
you, back then in the 70s, we didn't have uh hotlines to call your parents, call somebody to get your help, you know. You just had to try to suck it up. But I made a promise to myself years ago. I'm gonna try to I had to go up just to survive. It was survival of the fittest with me. I used to dream my bed was on the highway where I lived with my father and it came right back over there. So you gotta watch your warning signs, what your kid's gonna do, take a gun, shoot up a school, or burn themselves to death, man. Really. Or you're gonna have a kid that's gonna take a something and cut your parents' head off, okay? So you better watch what your kid do. We already got two parents and a kid in prison for the rest of their life because they bought their kid a gun and you know, the rest is history on that. But I
Mm.
still say, man, this is not my generation to deal with. So it's just there'll always be help available. It just depends on who wants the help most. Some people say I don't need no help, but they're stubborn. Mhm. Yeah.
No, but it's not so much as just stubbornness. Sometimes it's pride too, because again, like I
Yeah.
said, this is the problem in society. Everybody is so focused on what everybody else is going to think, but again, it's about what's necessary for you. If I know I'm having some form of addiction, and if I know I'm really trying to clean and get off of it, it's not
Mhm.
going to make me less of a human being. And even if people are going, oh, well, you was this, you was this. So what? I'm gonna prove it. Like I told somebody, I knew somebody who was, and I went to school with them, and I didn't even know when I seen them that they was on that stuff at one point. But I just seen them
Mhm.
recently. They back
Mhm.
clean, they back to their normal self or whatever. And guess what? Even when the people that did laugh at them, those people suffering now because again, oh, you was a dope head, oh, you was this, you was this. Yeah, but guess what? That's a story of survival right there. That's a story of somebody that went through hell and back, but got themselves back into a form of living and back into the normal society. So
Yeah.
that's a win-win situation because that person could have overdosed, that person could have relapsed, that person could still be out here junctified, but they not.
Yeah. Just like my late husband. I knew him in high school. And then years later, I married him, but he still didn't like going to Alcohol Anonymous. He was in jail, I mean, prison. And, I still love him, but, he was just not getting off the stuff. And that's why he died with something in his vein legs. You know what I'm saying? And that was bad. That was awful with me. But like I said, people gonna have to get the help, or they don't want the help because you never know if that person's going to start something or not start something. Because there's always a ticking time bomb in somebody. Like my aunt, before she got arrested, it was after my grandfather's funeral, and she bought drugs. She was a preacher's kid, and you know how that is with a preacher's kid. And we had to bail her out of jail. We had to go to Elizabeth to the court. I'll never forget what that lady judge said. She said, Gail, that's my aunt's name. Do you want to go to trial or do you want to go to PTO? And pre-trial intervention, PTI, I'm sorry. Yeah, and she said, yeah, if you do that, your record will be expunged. And she did do all that. But it just got to her brain, and she had dementia. I was in an accident with her, knocked down the light pole, and it was bad, you know. But I should I miss her and everything. So it's just that people gonna have to get the help if they want the help, and I know that from personal experience. Yeah. So it's just like mental health is really a big problem, especially in the African American community, because people gonna think you're crazy. You don't need no mental health. You just need to suck it up. You don't need to suck it up for nothing. If you have a mental health problem, you better take care of it, or before it gets worse.
Exactly. 702, what's going on, baby? And
Yeah.
that's the thing, though. The main thing to remember with some people is that recovery is going to be tough getting back to where you want to get to.
Mhm.
But it's not ongoing. It's not going to be an ongoing battle.
No.
The battle really starts after you done got past recovery and past rehab. Now you got to keep yourself afloat. That's why I'm saying sometimes you might have to, relocate from the area you in, or in some cases, even if you don't relocate, you just gotta quit being around those who again are putting the peer pressure on you anyway, or could force you to relapse. Like I
Yeah.
said, I knew some people who was out here when I was young. I'm talking about not even in my teens. These
Mhm.
adults was already out. Some of them was already. And this is again when the crack was at its worst.
Yeah. In the
So
'80s.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got to look at it.
Yeah, the
They
crack
even got
epidemic was
themselves
bad.
together.
Yeah, the crack epidemic. Everybody was buying crack like it was candy and everything else. And then, people always say, those PSA commercials. I learned it because of you, Dad. I learned it because of you. If you're going to be on drugs, your kid's going to be on drugs. You know, and
Yeah,
they don't have those PSA announcements no more like they used to. And I grew up with that. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs with an egg and a frying pan. And it's just that the times have changed now. People are just want to, it's just that if you have a mental health problem, try to fix it. Don't think people's gonna think you're nuts. Listen, I went to a psychiatrist for my mental health when I lost my husband and everything. So I had to get a psychiatrist. Somebody told me about that, and I feel real better about it. I still have a little bit of problems, but thanks for a psychiatrist, I had to really dig deep to get out of the hole I was in, you know. But it's been nice having you there, Nate, for this subject, and it's something that people have to deal with. Famous people have to quit their profession because of mental health. You know, if you don't
yeah,
keep up with your mental health, you're gonna go downward. So yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yo, hold on, Realist, what's going on? Who else popped up in here? My fault. I'm just looking at the chat. Anita, what's going on, baby? Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, you absolutely right. The minute you start neglecting your own situations, that's
Hmm.
when things go downhill. Like I said, even if it is that, whether it's drug induced or not, if you having some form of mental health issue or mental health relapse or anything along those lines, you should really want to try to get the help and actually go to the people who are willing to help you and not, like I said, you can't be around people or get help from people if they're going to laugh at you, ridicule you, or criticize you. I've always said when you do that, guess what? A lot of them end up going down that road at some point too. You want to laugh, keep poking fun and making fun of, and it
Yeah.
could be you in that situation. Karma is a bitch. Excuse me for saying it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Because there's no real cure for mental health. It's just that you got to be determined to try to control it so it won't control you. Simone Biles had to quit, not quit gymnast. She had to step away from gymnast because of her mental health. You know,
Yeah,
it's just that Brittany Griner had to leave basketball for a while because of her mental health of the heck she went to in Russia. So listen, people, if you have mental health, there's always programs available to help you. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I had a mental health problem. I had to take care of it. It was I was in a downward spiral, but luckily I had people told me to go see a psychiatrist, which I did, and has helped me ever since then. So yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
that was the best thing you could do because again, it could have went worse. You know,
yeah. I had to call this ex-girlfriend. They told me, and the first thing she told me was go get something to drink, which I did. I went to the nearest liquor store, and I haven't had a drink since then. So, and I haven't had any drinks since then. So, I'm very fortunate that I didn't have to go all the way to what she said told me to do. So, yeah, yeah. You thanks for having me up here, Nate. You have a great night, and I'd like to say this again in the famous words of Captain Murtaugh of Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit, man. And that's
yeah,
the
you more
truth.
than welcome.
And that's the truth, man. Because, like I said, we got to control our mental health. Because if we don't, we're going to end up like we got to keep our mental health strong and keep it under control. And thank you for having me up here, Nate. And you have a good night, man.
You have a good one too. Appreciate you popping in. You always more than welcome. You know that.
I know. Thank you so much. You be always welcome on my show too, anytime you want.
You already know. You already know.
Yeah. Peaches.
Peaches out. Shout out to Hammer Nation for popping in on the conversation, but it is truth to that. The minute you decide to give up on yourself, the minute you decide not to take more pride and more, compassion into yourself, guess what? You're gonna be going down a real spiral, downhill spiral that's gonna be hard to come back from. And anytime you know you under that much duress, you have to figure out a way to release that, but also get the help necessary. I think I got the help necessary to do brief intermission. Brief intermission.
Now that's the look I wanted to see. Oh, come on! Ugh, really?
I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle!
I turned myself into a pickle today. Yes, I did. No, but you got to remember that part though, and that is the truth. You never neglect yourself. You never give up on yourself. It's more powerful when you actually again believe in yourself and build yourself up more. Papa Will, what's going on? What's going on, my guy? What you mean I'm insane, Juice? Come on now, come on now. What you mean What you mean? Come on now. I'm not insane. Wait a minute. Now we brief intermission right now. Hold on. Give me a one in the chat if you think I'm insane. Give me a one in the chat if you think I'm insane. Give me a two if I'm not. Oh, seriously? Look, there you go. See, there you go. I knew you was gonna do that. So here. My bad, my bad. Oh, I know what you miss. Here, come get baby
My
Rufus.
muscles are getting bigger. Oh, yes, the muscles. The muscles are getting big from the pump.
Commander baby Moot Moot. You coming out the bushes too? Come on now. Come in here with that. Not coming here with that. I'm not insane. I ain't insane. Forget y'all. You know what? I'm glad I'm insane. I knew this was gonna happen. Anybody else got to get a view of the opinion in it? I got something for you. my bad now. Oh wait, new troll
Happy
drop.
birthday! Here's all those sex toys you ordered.
Hey, no weird name insane, damn it. Who said I was insane? Who else? Who else putting up a one in the chat? Who else putting up a one in the chat? Papa Will, I knew you was gonna put up a one. I knew you was gonna put up a one. Ain't nobody gonna put number two up. So that's how y'all feel about me? I'm insane. I like that. I like that. I like that. I am insane. I embrace my madness though. See, that's the whole point of loving yourself. You gotta love this though.
Oh yeah, no you love it, muscle lips. Let's go. Lap it up, you hungry son of a bitch. Whoop! Sorry.
Get a handle on your frisbee, college boy.
Oh, you do not want to go.
And I thought y'all respected me. And I thought y'all loved me, man. Oh, man. Papa Will, that's the new style, man. Babies got mustaches now, man. Come on, man. Tell them again, Keith. Embrace it. Bask in it. Inhale it, motherfuckers. Cherish that shit. I felt good today. I felt good today. Let me show you how good I felt today. Yeah, I definitely felt good today. Definitely felt good, especially when we booted out the dickless troll. Excuse me, y'all. But I've always said when people got to come in here and announce that they need certain things, y'all better go outside and go find you a late night prostitute or something. Don't come in here with that madness because you might get hit with one of these again. Maybe you should get out your basement and I'm going to help you. Let me help you for clear measurement again. That's probably what's happening right now. See, people don't want to get out their basements, so people gotta come and give them that type of shit. No Red Bulls today. Just actually got some good rest. Something that I know these trolls don't get neither rest. Because you on this app 24/7 and I'm not. But even when I'm on this app, I ain't worried about none of y'all. Because ain't none of y'all going to say nothing of importance. And ain't none of y'all really want no smoke. And I know you don't want no smoke. That's why your punk asses keep hiding under damn troll names. I don't gotta hide nothing. I'm just gonna be myself like I always am.
Locked up. Does pivot, gets into the edge and wins by and Huckleberry still leads on his own.
Yeah, I feel good today. I feel good today. Oh man. Nah, this was a good conversation tonight though. Yeah, we always have some laughs, some brief intermissions, and everything else along those lines. And that's what makes this so fucking unique. I'm sorry. That's what makes it so unique. And I think that's another reason why they come in here trolling. They mad because they don't have that type of spaz and charisma and anything else along those lines that they need to be refined. So I can keep them with this.
Motherfucker.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Friday Eve. My bad. Let me give y'all the good vibes.
Bounce back, take a loss, nigga, get it right back. Toss round, moving like that. Outside with the demons. Eliantte almost made me drown, but I'm breathing. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Happy Friday Eve to all of y'all. Yes. Yes, baby dispatch. Yes, baby dispatch is laughing too. Yes. Who else is embracing the madness? Yes, baby juice. Yes. Embrace the madness, damn it. Oh man. Yes. I feel good tonight. And hopefully somebody did get something important out of this message for real. On all cylinders. We know this is the reason why there's some forms of drug use. Some of it is due and linked to mental health. But again, you gotta love yourself. You gotta keep building yourself. And again, no matter what life throws you, you got this. You should always inspire yourself to be your best self. You know, and again, it takes hard work and determination to build the best possibilities and to create the best possibilities in life. It's the truth, though. But the minute you start, again, neglecting yourself and you start second guessing yourself, that's when you have the serious problem and the downfall will begin. Even at your lowest point, you should still keep yourself humble and also keep yourself strong, no matter what. Modesty, what's going on, baby? You must got a new page, because that ain't the page I remember, dang it. But some of y'all should take heed and consideration. Prime example. If you have family members who use and abuse, look at the circumstances of them. Look at their circumstances and then start evaluating yours. Because if that's a life you want to live where you got to be either in and out on the streets, you wheeling and dealing and stealing just to get yourself some form of high, it's not going to get you nowhere. It'll lead you to either a jail system or early grave. Again, it's about the simple choices that you make in life. You got choices and you got chances. Some of them choices you take could be great choices. Some of the choices you make could be bad decisions. But you got to always remember that you have a chance to fix whatever choices you might have made. If you made a choice to where it's not going to be that bad and deemed bad, then guess what? You just got to fix it and learn from it. Frankie, what's going on, my guy? Again, it's about keeping yourself strong-willed, and strong-spirited. And I think that's when you become your worst, is when you at your worst, or when you feel like you're at your worst. And you got to remember, you want to have a long, prosperous life, got to get out there and make things prosperous for yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. That's just like if you need help and you're, again, using and abusing. You need help, you got to go get the help. And you can't just sit back and cry wolf all day. You can't do that no more. That's like you keep saying, "Yeah, I want you to help me. I need you to help me. I need you to help me. I'm going now. I'm doing this. I'm doing this." And then when it's time to, you don't. Again, you got to always remember the main person that's always going to love you and have your best interest at heart is yourself. You might get love, gratitude, and even respect from your peers. But again, you got to have self-love more than anything. That's going to always be your strength, your encouragement, your strong build, in any form of life, in any walk of life. That's going to be your main go-to, is keeping yourself well motivated and self-determined. Don't forget that part right there. It is about keeping yourself determined. Determined to be greater. Determined to be wiser. And all in all, just be determined on, again, being your best self. You got to always remember that part. When you lack that spirit of love, you're not going to be able to love yourself or love anybody else. Again, that's the best thing you can do. Believe in yourself even when nobody else believes in you. That's another thing you got to remember. Self-care is the best care out of everything. If you're not on board with that, you're missing the point. I'll drop the link again in case anybody want to chime in. I ain't going to hold y'all all night neither. But, it's the truth. The best awareness in life is self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-preservation. You got to preserve your mind too, just like you got to preserve your spirit. You mostly got to preserve your mind because it's a mental thing when it comes to the things in society. Because if something is being battered into your head day in and day out, you might actually start believing it. But if you do your own proper research, if you learn to ignore those things that are not giving you any form of solace, peace, and any form of lesson, you move far away from that. Keith, I ain't listening to you right now, man. I told you can keep them. Keep all the nephews. Keep all of them. I told you, son. I'm on a world tour right now.
You know how great I am. I don't have to tell you about my strategy.
Yeah, I told you. I'm on one today. I'm on one. But that's the main thing to remember tonight for those who need to hear it. Again, you move the chains forward when you keep yourself the strongest. You can't be mentally weak because that's how they'll get you. That's how they sucker you into things. You got to keep yourself strong. You got to have a strong balance. Keyword is balance. When you love who you are as a person, when you can embrace all your imperfections, your flaws, your strengths, your weaknesses, when you could get through your highs and your lows, when you can actually sit back and take a step back and realize and analyze that everything you have been doing, especially that's been on the up and up, you will realize that again, you're moving the ball forward the way you're supposed to. You're transitioning not just into adulthood, but you're just transitioning into something greater and something better. The only way for that to keep happening is keep building yourself, keep loving yourself, keep being determined, keep being strong willed, keep being ambitious, but also keep yourself well educated and well aware of what you need to be well aware of. Some things in life you could pay attention to, and then there's going to be things that you don't necessarily have to pay attention to. The things you don't pay attention to, that is what will draw out the bad energy. Like prime example, you could be having a disagreement with somebody. You don't got to keep going back and forth with somebody. You know how some people do it? They just starve you out. If this is what you want to keep doing, you keep doing it. I'm going to keep living my life because one person doesn't determine or stop what I'm doing and what I'm building. You got to remember to keep yourself that way. Again, nobody in life is going to love you more than you love yourself. So you got to start loving yourself daily. Look in that mirror, give yourself some form of encouragement, and then you start your day. Balance. Balance is not hard to bring into your life. And when you have to tilt the scales a little bit, make sure that you tilting the scales in your direction and not the opposite direction. The link is in there in case anybody else want to chime in on the convo. But if not, like I said, I ain't holding y'all all night. I felt I pretty much covered what I needed to, despite fake minor interruption. But before we do get up out of here, it is almost Friday Eve. It is almost Friday Eve. And I know. I said I wasn't going to do nothing. I actually said I wasn't going to do it. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Mom, I just want an Oscar. Mom, I just want an Oscar.
But you know, I'm going to be honest with you. Best thing you can do when you do have a cluttered mind, at least from my view and opinion, you won't have to get out. Take a walk, take a drive, do anything that's going to get your mind off of whatever is plaguing you at that moment. Just remember that part, though. The best love starts within yourself. Start loving yourself. Start believing in yourself. And then you go out there and go live the best life you can live. Yeah, you're right. I'm a pervert in disguise. Says the guy that comes in again under 1,000 troll names. So when you can prove something, then I'll kindly listen to you. But with that being said, I know exactly who the real pervert is. You're probably sitting in your basement right now. You probably haven't been out your house in months. Probably years. You're a pandemic pervert. You the one coming in here talking about your dick and balls every day. I'm not. But here, we
Happy
do
Board
got something
Day.
for you.
Here's
We
all
do
those
got
sex
something.
toys you ordered.
Come on, clown. Like I said, you got to do better. Show and prove. Oh, I got balance. Because again, I don't worry about you as much as you worry about me. You stupid little baby. No. You stupid little raccoon face. No. Oh. You thought I was going to give you a hefty joke today or a session. I'm not. Because you probably are the person I'm talking about right now. You need some form of balance in your life. This social media ain't it for you. And if I'm that much of a pervert, I might be a pervert with your mama. So, like I said, bitch boy, until you actually pop it and say what you gonna say, you shut the fuck up for the rest of your life. Exactly. Self-hate. You know why it's self-hate? Because this person obviously is obsessed with me, watches every move, tries to watch every move, but in the same token, you still don't have nothing. What you going off of is what you going off of. You hate yourself. And I think I know why you hate yourself. Before I do end the night, I'm going to break it down again. You hate yourself because you don't know how to build anything. You don't know how to be around people and be yourself. Unlike you, I'm not a recluse. I'm not an introvert. I got people that actually love and care for me. I got people that rock with me. Even my enemies respect me. So what does that say about you? What does that say, really? That means that regardless to what, I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm going to be who I am. I don't know about you, though. I don't got to hide behind 1,000 accounts. If you got something to say to me, whether you know me or not, like I said, when the link is dropped, you do what you do. But then again, I expect you to keep doing what you do. Because punk cowards who are obsessed with people and who are socially awkward, they're going to keep doing that. Like I said, if you think you running me off somewhere, you better off running with your mama to Cancun. So I don't know what you really thought. But again, I could care less about your obvious thoughts. So, like I said, when you have something of actual use to bring to the people, bring it. If you just running off at your gums, again, you're proving my point day in and day out. And before you come in under any other troll names from now on, can you please do proper spelling? You know, capitals, apostrophes, things like that. Yeah. You kind of look like a damn kid, or you look like you kind of stuck in special ed when you're not using the proper grammar and etiquette to try to address somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to go against? Oh. See, silence. See, I was expecting another account to come in because I know that's what you like to do. Like I said, I think I hit a nail when I said what I said about you. You definitely are living in the basement somewhere. You are trapped off from society because you choose to be trapped off by society. So again, I don't have to pretend to be anybody. I don't. I don't necessarily have to do anything I don't need to. And regardless to how you may deem things, your word is not law. And your word definitely doesn't mean shit over here. The day when you could pick up a grasp of concept and actually listen and stop being a bonehead, you might actually have a chance in life to be something great. I know what it is. You probably one of them fucking pandemic ones that lost their job, don't know how to fucking cope, don't know how to be amongst people, and this is how you get to the people. Oh, like I said, it's obvious who's really obsessed and who's not. Because again, I don't have to troll under 1,000 accounts. If I got something to say to you, I would say it to you. And I'd say it under any avatar, but it'd still be under the same page. Bitch boy, when you learn to grow some balls and actually say what you need to say to me, hey, I feel a little bit better. Maybe you'll feel a little bit better. But I think you feel better if your moms wasn't out there prostituting. I think that's how you came into the world. You're a prostitute, baby. Now, do me a favor, go overdose so we could come to your funeral. Yeah, I don't wish it, but I'm wishing it today. Because obviously you're not going to stop until you get what you're looking for. You're on a suicide mission. Your best bet, go find you some meth. Go find you some of that good old PCP. Or go find you some of that fentanyl. You know, I think they still got some in your neighborhood store. Go overdose on it. This is obvious. You definitely got the mind of a child. Because real grown men and women, when they got something to say, they don't hide. They just come out and say it. Don't let that bar go over your head, retard. Fuck wrong with you? You pill popping, jaw dropping, drawers dropping ass bitch. When you got something to say to me, please be a grown up about it. Now again, you either a scorned female or you a scorned male. Either which way, you still show signs of emotion. You care about me more than I care about you. Oh, what you want a hug? You want a hug? Oh, I knew it. I knew it. They was looking for a father figure. Sorry, I can't be your father figure. What I can advise you to do though is go put your tongue on the third rail of a subway system and kill yourself. That's what I can tell you. Oh, and since you want to use up your mama Wi-Fi, you better make sure you paying that bill, bitch. Oh man. In my 50 voice, this fight is fixed. Out of here, man. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I was supposed to play the troll drop for you. Because I forgot. Beat nuts like you definitely always need the right type of motivation. And I'm going to give you that. Because this is probably something that you need to hear. Well, no. Something you need to feel. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, shit. That's what I'll be saying. You obviously feel you got so much to say, but you still scared to say it. See, I could tell if this was an actual situation, a face-to-face situation, you still wouldn't have that same energy. So why you keep making yourself look stupid? Oh, for those who might just be coming in, yeah. You know how we do it. Anytime we got the same repetitive ass troll that still ain't get the message, we gonna give them the message eulogy style. Now, I'll be honest with you. I would really hope to God somebody don't have to motherfucking come to your fucking burial. You better hope you make some friends. And you better remember something. And remember this from the humblest of standpoints. You could be here tonight and you could be closing your eyes for good tomorrow. What would you have done this whole time while you was on this fucking earth? Ask yourself that question. Oh, wait. You won't be able to because once your eyes is closed, it's closed for good. So everything you thought you was going to try to do, if you didn't do it, oh well. That's your ass, not mine, bitch. Oh, man. Shit. Like I said, take pride in yourself and focus on your building life. Don't worry about me and mine. I'm still going to be building. Like I said, even when I decide to take the party elsewhere, I'm going to be on the bigger and better things. You still going to be a mindless, miserable, ass-eating, dick-eating troll. It's not our fault that your mama was Tatiana of the year and busted open and had more than just you. Shit. It's what happens. It's what happens with whores or prostitutes running your family. My bad. Oh, I'm not looking down at you. I'm just laughing and clowning you. Fuck out of here, nigga. They worse than stalkers, and they definitely worse than vajayjays. Shit, they even give pussies a bad name. Excuse me for saying it that way. They give pussies a bad name. Well, no. Actually, nah. They are the type of pussies that stink. So, yeah. You can keep their asses somewhere else. Fuck out of here. I said, I got more strength and more determination in my fucking pinky than you ever had in your whole entire life. Because best believe if I had an issue with you, even if I knew you, and I thought to bring it to you, I'm going to bring it to you. Raw and uncut. And like I told you before, I'm starting to really believe you are a dude on top of that. I can expect this from a woman, not no grown-ass man. Grow the fuck up, little nigga. When you got something to say, come say it. And be real. Say it under your page. Not your mama's page, not your social security page, none of that. It be the spineless cowards that we see on here day in and day out. I can respect the ones that actually stand on their ground. And if you call this trolling, or if you call this destroying any type of lesson that was given today, you really need to go back in your fucking book. But then again, it's not my fault you didn't make it or read past the second grade level neither. So my bad for the fucked up background you got. It's not my fault you come from a line of dope fiends. It's not my fault your mama had you locked in that basement since she was 13. And it definitely ain't my fault that you still can't grow no balls and say what's on your mind. Wait. I gotta steal the Kendra line. They not like us. They not like us. Little 69 guard, little freaky ass guard. Fuck out of here, little nigga. Yo. Take this and take this how you want to take it. Until you actually stand up on something, you need to sit your ass back in basement and refigure out and recalibrate your life. I would tell you to leave the drugs alone, but it seems like the drugs are your best friend because you don't have no friends outside of that and that little fucking device that you're using. I bet you if you did go outside, everybody would be laughing at you. And you want to know why they'd be laughing at you? Because they would see how awkward and how fucking insufficient and how insecure you are with yourself. Bitch ass nigga. Oh shit. You gotta be insecure and scared if you can't tell me what's on your mind, baby. Come on, I don't bite. Fuck out of here. Go create your own content. Go actually try to be a part of society. Stop being the future meth heads and junkies of America. About that one. When you learn to be an adult, come talk to me, nigga. We're all laughing at you. We're all laughing at you. It's not my fault. Your mama was giving blowjobs for a nose job. My bad. My bad. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because you still not going to do nothing, punk bitch. Oh, I'm going to put that in my bar. Your mama giving blowjobs for nose jobs. I knew that. Saying whoa like Black Rob. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, shit. I'm a pervert in disguise. Well, guess what? If I was a pervert of any sort, like most perverts or like most people, they would be on some form of registry, right? Please don't set yourself up for that killing. Your ass get sued for defamation. I wasn't playing about that neither, you punk bitch. Don't get sued for defamation. It is not hard for me to get somebody to get to you. And take that as you want to take it. But just know, fuck boy, if you think you're miserable now, you're going to be miserable when that paper come and say, you've been served, bitch. Oh, man. Like I said, I don't even go back and forth with cowards in real time. Fuck out of here. You're a coward. See, real people who got real issues and want to have real discussions, they know what to do. They're not doing what you do. They're not running and hiding. They coming and talking. And again, as we are here to mourn the loss of the dickless troll, may us all remember that his mama wish she would have did a little bit better raising his ass. Maybe, just maybe, he would be either at work or get into a bag and not worried about somebody else. You undercover, I'm going to leave it like that. You better go find a go-go club or something, nigga. Go put on your little short skirt and your little tight skates and go skate into a fucking city bus, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. I still got time. But I know your punk ass ain't coming back in with no more accounts. Because I think I've already figured your punk ass out. And guess what? Read all about it, you old bitch. You old. Your jokes is old. Your trolling methods is old. Grow the fuck up, hoe ass niggas. When you got something to say it to me like you supposed to. Other than that, again, I won't be addressing your bitch ass. I'm gonna just let the trolls do what they do, and I'm gonna let the mods do what they do. Sucker MCs can never get the best of me. And that's why I always keep some form of protection on me. So if you keep playing, the Smith & Wesson on me. If you keep playing, it's gonna be aggression all day and all night, B. But I ain't gonna be getting aggressive with you. I'm gonna get aggressive with the person that birthed you. Yeah, I'm a pervert, all right. That's only when she around. Good night. Oh man. Have a good one, Juice baby. I'm pretty much done for the night. See, there's a method to my madness. I done went through the pain, misery, and sadness. I'm doing something that feels right and that makes me feel good. And it wouldn't matter if I was coming from the suburbs or the grittiest part of the hood. Just know when you see me on this microphone, you better fucking breathe easy and watch your tone. And don't talk too greasy where I have to break your bones. Because it's not hard for me to be in your fucking area zone. Yeah, I told you got the right one to play with. Keep acting up, your block gonna get sprayed quick. Nobody will never know what happened. But they'll figure it out when they see that your bones, your body parts be snapped in. More than two places, just for you getting out of your face. I don't think you want no smoke with me. Bitch nigga, you in the wrong race. And if I was you, before the night is through, I would really think clear and think twice. You really don't want to have your fucking body being in that next bed of ice. You can take it how you want. You can act stupid and you can front. And you'll mess around and get beat upside your head and then inside your fronts. And when your teeth mangled in, you're going to wonder why. I told you, do not fuck with somebody from the state of NY. Now, I feel good now. My little fake poetry night over. Hopefully, when you wake up and you get some form of sober, you learn, little fucking Doja, that you could never fucking pull one off on a nigga that's not just a soldier, but a leader. So, when you really want to address me, you know what to do. And guess what? I'll still be here, but you won't. Oh, man. See, I don't come on here like some of y'all for glorification and all that other shit. I come here because I got a message to bring. And I don't care about what anybody else deems. If you wasn't rocking with me in the begin with, you're never rocking with me at all. And it's cool. I don't need to be everybody's cup of tea. I don't need no weak-minded, weak-fleshed bullshit bitches around me. I don't need nobody that's going to be a yes man or a no man. And I definitely don't need somebody that can't get up the floor, man. And I don't really take heed or dictations to trolls or doormen. So I'm just going to be walking all over you while I'm walking in your door, man. When I proceed to live rent-free in your mind like I've been doing these last 2 years, you're going to really feel stupid. Because what did you accomplish within those couple of years? Fucking dirty mattress. Oh, wait. You don't even got that. You're probably sleeping on a cold floor. Damn. I'm not even gonna go no more tonight. I'm not. Because you already got enough. And that's not a threat, this is a bona fide promise. When you fucking walk in this bitch, you gonna learn some respect and pay homage. When you keep moving the way that you moving, you gonna find out this ain't the motherfucker you should be cruising with. This ain't the person you really don't want to be bruising with. And when it's all said and done, I'm still gonna be a winner. And you're a quitter, loser, bitch. You're a bitter loser, bitch, on top of that. I find people that troll and continuously troll are the most bitter, miserable, insecure people that's on these apps. That's why I could fucking sit back and laugh. And I can also sit back and relax. Because the minute I feel I gotta get out of fucking pocket and out of wax, best believe, my nigga, this is gonna be more than a Cactus Jack situation. You might get a barbed wire upside your head. You might be running towards a train station. But you better be running for your life when you fucking with me. Just want you to know. Just want you to know. Because guess what? No matter what you say or do, we don't give two flying fucks about you. We never did, we never will. You better fucking start getting to work so you can leave somebody in your family a will. Because I don't believe you will be living that long anyway. Like I said, I'm not going to say that word on here because you're not going to try to get me to get away. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to keep embarrassing you. What I will do is just keep laughing at you. And we're going to keep laughing at you. And see, this is the type of person that has been hurt as a kid. This is a person that still hasn't gotten over their childhood traumas. But don't come in here with that dumb shit because I'm disrespecting you and your family plus your mama. And that's just you, not anybody else. You keep playing, your physical health will be on a shelf. You better focus on finding some form of financial wealth. You better definitely find yourself a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you into. Because if you come back in here with that stupid, retarded, dumb shit that you always do, I will make sure that before the end of the year, nigga, we will finish you and diminish you at all costs. And I've always believed when people point fingers at others about something, they need to be pointing at themselves. So if I'm a pervert, you definitely must be either a child molester or something along those lines. Don't let me start digging. When I start digging, oh man, I'm gonna uncover and expose every little thing about you. Oh, I see he didn't come back in. Yeah, because when it come to me, bitch boy, you ain't gonna never win. Here, take my happy dance. And don't forget your packages.
Here's all those sex toys you ordered.
Oh, this fight is fixed. God, why you keep putting these miserable people around me for me to keep burying them? Man, I'm trying to uplift those who really want to be uplifted. Put a noose around your neck. Put some staples in your back. Go jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, bitch, and hold that. Again, you really don't want this smoke. It is not my fault that your life is a miserable, pathetic joke. And like I said, anytime you're really ready to be a grown man and say what's on your mind, when that link is dropped, you already know what to do. Don't waste no time. Ah, shit. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, though. Yeah, we had to have a little roast session at the end. Because apparently, this motherfucker will never get it. Like I said, you gotta take what I said into consideration. Bitch, boy, you could be here tonight and could be gone tomorrow. What would you have done this whole time on this earth while you was here? Fuck out of here, my nigga. You better go to rehab, man. You better get yourself into some form of rehab and get you some help. Oh, man. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Definitely was a great convo as always. And shout outs to Hammer for popping in. And yeah, you know, we had to get our little comedy roast at the end. Like I said, bitch boy, your time is running up. Your time is running out. Your time is running out. They're playing, the time is running out. Telling you, if this was a face-to-face situation, I wouldn't even hesitate to punch you in your mouth. But yeah, hold on. Let me give y'all the Friday vibes before we get up out of here. Hold on. I couldn't do that without doing this. Hold on. You know I had to go here with that. But y'all definitely have a great one. For those who might have just been tuning in, you can catch the replay. And apologies for the way I had to come at this clown. But again, when you got 1,000 troll names and you can't put your own down, yeah, you're going to be a part of the show now. Grow some balls when you want to come up in here and talk your bullshit, nigga. Like I said, I got time for all the smoke. Time's ticking, ho. But let me get up out of here. Appreciate everybody that's been part and still being a part of this build. We still got more content and more great combos ahead. And we still got more roastings ahead in case this motherfucker don't get the picture. So, you know. My bad. I almost shed a tear, y'all. Almost shed a damn tear. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Word, what's going on, my guy? Like I told y'all, I could be very emotional. I could choose to run away. I could choose to not come back. But then what fun will we be having? I'm not going nowhere. Don't plan on going nowhere. And like I told you before, you coward bastard bitch. If you have something to say to me, be a grown-up about it and not a child about it. Before this happens to you. I'm the last person you want popping up on you. I'm just gonna say it like that. So you better make sure I don't find out nothing I don't need to find out. Cause yeah. Yeah, we gonna serve you on a platter when it's all said and done. You and your little cockroach dominion will definitely get squashed every time you come over here trying to disturb something that's greater than you. And with that being said, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. And yeah, for those who rock with your boy, yeah, you're getting a double dose tomorrow. Yeah. If I don't do the morning cipher, it's going to be the early afternoon. And for those following me on Clapper, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for tomorrow night's edition. I'm going to be everywhere in them damn crates. Be everywhere in them motherfucking crates. Oh, and to the bitch boy that came in here, don't worry, I'm going to be in your mama crates too, so I'm going to give her this too. Yeah, y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.